Hello, I'm Tom Sauline, Pastoral Associate, St. Joseph's Parish in Austintown. And I also serve as a member of the core team for the Creating a Culture of Calling initiative. And I have asked Judy Willoughby to share her reflections on how God has been calling her through the pandemic. Judy serves in multiple liturgical ministries here at the parish. She's a lay leader of prayer. She's a lector, a distributor of communion. She's a co-coordinator of the prayer chain, among many other things. And she works with her husband in the St. Vincent de Paul ministry. Judy, thank you for accepting this invitation. How has God been calling you through this pandemic?
Okay, well, I think that God has called me to really realize how much I depended on going to church every day in order to feel like God was with me. And when I couldn't go every day and I couldn't receive the sacraments every day, I just didn't know what I was going to do. But I started watching Mass on TV, and then I also, the one day I watched the Adoration of the Blessed Sacrament from the Vatican. And I realized that God was just as present to me whether I received him sacramentally or not, that God was present and really was available to me and was still just as real in my heart as when I received the sacraments, actually. The other thing that I realized was that the biggest thing that bothered me was not being able to help people, not being able to use my skills as a nurse or a companion person or whatever to help people. And when my son had his heart problems, I really was upset with not being able to be there for him and to hold him and to touch him. But my youngest daughter worked at that hospital, and she was able to do what I wasn't able to do. So it reassured me that even though I couldn't do it all, that God would help people, God would be there for my family and for myself, and that I should just have faith and realize that God's in control and I'm not. And the end of the Our Father said, "Deliver us from evil." And I really feel that God has delivered or is delivering and will deliver us from evil and take care of us all during this time. So my faith is enriched and I feel strengthened and aware that God is with me even though I can't go to church or take part of the sacrament.
Well, Judy, thank you. I'm struck with how God is calling you to love God and others in different ways than you were accustomed. You know, worshiping God more in your heart than through the sacraments when we couldn't celebrate Mass, and helping people through others. You know, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot. How has God been calling you through this pandemic?